Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing well. For anyone new around here, my name is Laura. I post all things triathlon, training, racing, general fitness and just having a great time. So if you are new around here, then subscribe. I think you'll enjoy it. Today's video, I am bringing you along with us for Rockford 70.3. So we have been out in the USA, in Chicago for the past week. Gaz competed in the High Rocks World Championships, so we came out here obviously for him to do that, and then us being us, we found a 70.3 to do, and it just so happened that it fit in perfectly with our travel plans. So yeah, we thought it'd be rude not to. We've got the bike boxes right here and it's such a hassle travelling with the bike boxes, but we're doing it, we're making it. So yeah, we're picking up a hire car today to then obviously drive over to Rockford. It's Thursday today, the race is on Sunday, and as you can see it's very sunny here and it's due to be 36 degrees on Sunday when we race. To be honest, I'm so excited for this race because I feel like there's no pressure at all. Brief recap, I'm kind of in a bit of a racing block at the moment. I raced Mallorca 70.3, PB'd that race in May. I then raced a standard distance, managed to come second there. Did I come second? Yeah, second in Southport, standard distance, PB'd that by a huge amount. And then not last week, the week before, I competed at Bolton 7.3, managed to come second in my age group. So all of those videos are on my channel if you haven't seen them already. So it's been a bit of a racing block, and those races were all big races for me because I've raced those before, so I really wanted to go back and try and do better at those races, which I did. And I feel as though this one is kind of just like an added extra for us to do, and I feel like there's no pressure. I think a win for Sunday will just be getting around, because 36 degrees for this pasty English gal is a lot. It's a lot. I'll just have to see how it is, and to be honest, it's going to be really great Kona prep. Obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, I am doing the Ironman World Championships in Kona in October, and it's going to be hot and humid there. I am just seeing this as good Kona prep and experience racing in the US, because I've never raced in the US before, and I'm just really excited. Obviously, it's just Gaz and I. He's doing it as well, which I'm really excited to race with him on the course as well. But we've got no one really we know here, sort of spectator wise, so it's just the two of us. I do also have 3 of my athletes racing, so I coach quite a few people out here in the US, and 3 of them are doing this race. So again, it's been a really special trip because I've already met a few of them. We'll be doing Rockford 7.3 with a few of them, so I'm excited for that. Come along and enjoy Rockford with us. It's going to be a great trip.
I need my passport, please.
Here he is. Say hi to the vlog. I've just
hi.
welcomed the vlog.
But we have to go now because she's like, oh, your partner's here now, and I was like, yes.
Just on the other side. Okay, alright,
So,
fine, bye. Here's the car. I think it'll be big enough for the bike boxes.
Oh, she a big old girl.
Do you like it?
I love it. Oh, she big girl. Texas living. Well, this is nice.
Right, so while we're driving to Rockford, I thought we'd do a little recap of what we've been up to. We have been in Chicago for just over a week now, staying in Chicago city centre, which I feel like Chicago is our new favourite city, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Such a good city,
Really nice.
So we would recommend. So much to do. They're really friendly, really clean, great places to run. Really liked it there, and obviously Gaz did the High Rocks World Championships, which I jumped in and did the race with a girl who was looking for a partner because her partner got injured, so she was looking for someone to race it so she could actually do it. So that's why I did it. So it wasn't really it wasn't for me, it was for you. So how did you do?
I did well in the doubles. The doubles was the one that I wanted to do well in anyway. I wasn't actually going to do the singles originally because of the hamstring, but it felt great, so I did it. In the doubles, came 21st overall in the world.
In the world. If you want to see his singles race, go and look at the video on his channel, because he vlogged that. He didn't vlog the doubles, but yeah.
I didn't vlog the doubles because I wanted to
just be
in it and be focused on it, because I didn't want to let Joe down, which we didn't. We both got both did really well. Came 21st overall, so buzzing with that, and 14th in our age group. And then
bearing in mind they both raced the singles 2 days before to then run a doubles in that time and come 21st in the world is just
yeah,
insane.
we're buzzing. The next year, top 10.
That was the real reason we were out here. And then, like I said, I just jumped in and did the race for a girl I'd never met. We literally met when we registered, and we just had fun with it. We managed to get 106, which with the pro weights with someone I've never met before is great. I struggled on the sled pull, but I smashed the sled push, and yeah, we just kind of like took it in turns on the stations and just ran. Obviously the weekend before I did Bolton 70.3, so I could still feel that fatigue in my body, but it was just nice to get some exercise in. On like a training front, I've kind of taken like a impromptu like mid-season break, which my coach and I did discuss before I raced at all this season. We kind of discussed taking a bit of a mid-season break, obviously with Kona being all the way in October and me doing my first race in May. That's like a really long season, so we had discussed it, but then obviously I booked in Rockford, which we're on our way to go do now, so that kind of like got in the way of like the mid-season break. But actually being out here, it's kind of forced me to rest. We've not unpacked the bikes, I've not swam since Bolton 70.3. I've done a couple of like 30-40 minute runs, but that's been it. And actually it's been like a really nice mental and physical break.
It's felt like a holiday for the first time. We've never had a holiday, I don't think.
Just the tip.
We've never had a holiday where we've taken time off work together and not put a focus on training.
Yeah,
so
and
nice.
like I was still like answering messages from my athletes and programming them all. They all had their training, but yeah, we kind of got ahead on the plane, didn't we, with our work? So we got loads of work ticked off, so we didn't have to like be at our laptops every single day. So and obviously we knew lots of people who were out here as well, so it's kind of felt like a holiday with a load of friends. We've eaten out, we've had a few drinks, and yeah, like I said, not trained. So actually mentally I feel like I needed that. I didn't realise I needed that until I did that, and I've just been, you know, getting up and going on a morning walk and exploring Chicago without like the guilt of, not even the guilt, but the worry of shit, where can I swim, should we unpack the bikes, where should we ride the bikes, let's plan a route.
To be fair, when we got to Chicago, we seen the driving and we were like, we're not unpacking the bikes anywhere.
I thought like our Chicago trip was over, and in the taxi on the way into Chicago from the airport was awful. I feel like Rockford will be very different from Chicago. It will be a different side of America that we haven't seen. I've only ever been to like the big cities, the touristy places, just the two of us in Rockford, so we have no supporters, we've got no one to like film the race. So obviously this is a race day vlog, but there won't be any race day footage, so I'll do my best to take you along for what we can do in Rockford. We'll do a good debrief of the race afterwards. Off to get a little Chipotle for lunch. We have arrived in Rockford and we're at Chipotle, and I've just got the biggest burrito bowl you've seen in your life. Gaz's burrito is massive as well, probably weighs about 1 kilo. Oh my god, so good though. Easy carbs, easy protein. We'll probably eat here like multiple times before the race. How big's your burrito?
That's my fist for reference.
Tell the camera what's happened.
I've forgotten my I've left my tri-suit in Chicago, so I don't have a tri-suit for the race.
So his punishment is to go buy an Ironman branded one and
I'm not. I'd rather not race.
Don't, because some people might like
I'm not,
those
though.
tri-suits.
I can't. It's really annoying, so I'm looking forward to racing in Laura's.
Anyway, hi. It's the next day. I didn't pick up the camera again last night because all we did was went to Walmart, and then we went to Chipotle again because it's just easy. And where we are, I mean, there's loads of restaurants and things around, but we didn't want to go for like a sit down, like big old meal. We just got some rice and chicken. Hey?
Or Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King. I mean, there's loads of like Tex-Mexy kind of restaurants which look great, but we didn't want to do that, so Chipotle for a second time. So we did that last night and then just had another early night, so another 9 hours of sleep last night, so we're feeling good. We're off to just go do a little shakeout run this morning, just get moving a little bit, and then we're going to go for breakfast somewhere, and then I'm going to meet some of my athletes who are racing as well. Right, we're out running. We're just going to do like 30-40 minutes, just moving the legs. When I say I haven't trained in the past 2 weeks, I literally have not trained. I've probably done, including the high rocks I did, I would say like 5 hours of training in the past, not even that, in the past 2 weeks. So, I mean, it has been nice. I feel a little bit rusty, but maybe that's more so mental than anything else. You feel like you've forgotten how to swim, bike and run, but we're here. We're going to get done. How's your hamstring?
Tender. Not feeling great.
Tender hamstring, and I've forgotten how to do triathlon, but it'll be fine. Just doing one final kilometre. Gaz has gone back in. His hamstring's giving me a bit of pain, so best not to overdo it. But yeah, one final kilometre and then coffee, and then we're registering today. It started raining, so humid. So I think it's raining today, windy tomorrow, and then baking on Sunday. Oh, we love it. Just on our way to go and get some eggs. We need some breakfast. We found a place called Excellent. Is it Excellent? Is that right? Yeah. Nearby. So we're going to get some eggs. Registration isn't open till like 2, so we're going to get there around 3ish, let the crowds go. It's absolutely pouring it down. Absolutely checking it out. And this would be perfect conditions for Sunday. Perfect. It's not called Excellent, it's actually called Exclusive. Gaz is really enjoying his new car. Got used to it.
I am enjoying it, you're right. See if I park this and don't crash it into the guy's car.
Well, there's a guy getting in his car next to you, so look.
Do we need some more time to look over a menu?
No, we're ready.
Yeah.
And I had the salmon Benedict, please. Can I have an extra poached egg with that?
Yes.
And but without the cream cheese, and actually without the sauce as well. I know it comes
Okay, so we're doing like the regular way?
Just normal, yeah.
Oh, it's normal.
That's okay. I just want to make sure.
Thank you. You didn't put it in there.
I don't know where.
Right, we've had our breakfast, but we're calling it brunch because
It's expensive.
it's so expensive in this country. Wild is wild in this country. It's very expensive. I'm gonna go back and just do a couple of hours of work. Ugh. Gaz is really enjoying driving this car, and then we're off to register. So that is the plan. We're off to the Ironman village to go and register, and for Gaz to go and spend loads of money.
On a tri-suit, because I have no tri-suit.
So tell the story before we get in the car.
I like things in certain places, and
This is where his OCD has come to catch up with him.
And in Chicago, I folded the tri-suit up, but because it wasn't the same size as t-shirts and the shorts, I put it in the third drawer down instead of my t-shirt and shorts drawer, and I've left it. So it's gone now. And they said they've not seen it. They definitely have seen it. Someone's wearing it.
The cleaner's wearing it 100%.
Aero cleaners.
Aero cleaners. Also, I can confirm the Element electrolytes.
Will get you electrolyted.
Taste of the sea.
But they will get you electrolyted. They're
disgusting.
definitely have sodium in it.
Yeah. The salt
For
with a
sure.
sprinkling of raspberry, not the other way around. Change of plan, we're going into Dick's Sporting Goods. Oh, we passed it. Worth a shot going and finding a tri-suit in Dick's.
I'm going to get a tri-suit that says Big Dick.
Well, it's either that or Ironman on
Yeah.
it, so you choose. Does get one with Ironman written all over it, then he'll definitely make the post-race video.
Big time.
They love that. I love that. Anything that says Ironman on it. So you can choose. Does he want to be famous, or do you just want to be boring?
Boring.
Definitely boring.
I said I couldn't be famous. I like my space and I like my tri-suits folded up neatly, but at the same space as my t-shirts. Like a hair salon around here, you can get your hair braided.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Join my crew.
Anyway, we're at Dick's Sporting Goods. Let's hope one of the sports Dick does is triathlon. Just arrived in Rockford. We're just sat in a hotel, staying cool. It's absolutely roasting outside, and Gaz was just saying how hot it is, and I responded with, well, it's going to be 7 degrees hotter on race day. It's like 29ish now, and it's going to be like 36, 37 on race day. I've just been looking at the weather as well, and it's going to be windy as well, 32-ish kilometers per hour, so it's gonna be good. It's a really nice vibe around here. Like, it's just a lovely, is it a city? I think it's a small city.
Small city, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited, and I feel like even though the conditions on Sunday are going to be horrendous, I feel like that makes me less nervous and like there's less pressure on the race, because I feel like just finishing on Sunday is going to be like the ultimate win, because I've never raced with this much heat, I've never raced with this much wind, and then them combined, it's going to be interesting. I feel like just a finish and just surviving, staying hydrated. Like, there was an email sent out by Ironman, like a heat warning, and I've just looked on the weather as well, like it's record highs of like 36, 37, like it's unseasonably hot, so it is what it is. I don't think anyone is prepared.
You wanted
for
Kona
this.
prep?
Yeah, don't think anyone's prepared for this heat, it's not just us, and yeah, it's good Kona prep. So I think it will be wetsuit optional on Sunday, but I'm pretty, like 99.9% sure I'm going to wear my sunscreen, because again, that's just good Kona prep. So I think I'll probably do that, and it'll be what it'll be. I'm really excited for it. Are you excited?
Very excited, yeah, I can't wait.
It's going to be good. So we're just waiting for registration. It is open, well, just going to open like any minute now. The queue's massive, and I didn't want to stand out there and get burnt, so we'll wait until it goes down a little bit, and then we'll head on in there. And Gaz needs to buy a tri-suit because we didn't find one in Dick's, so the next option is getting the
Ironman branded one.
Yeah, Ironman branded one.
Then you get a special swim cap.
Oh gosh, thank you very much.
Can you give him a cap?
I can, yes. Laura, did you get your AWE gold items at another race this year?
Yeah, another race.
I'm going to give you 2 items here then. This is for you to get your low bib number up there, and this is another AWA cap. Since you did earn this, as long as you race this year, you're getting these.
Yeah.
QR code you need 2 more times at that desk and
Every
timing
time you
checks.
race, you get one, okay? And then they'll give you your
There they are, cool t-shirts. We're all registered and back at our favourite place, carving up the way we know how.
Chipolata.
Get some chipolatas. The woman didn't give me too much chicken, I was a bit angry about that.
Yeah, we had the rump and the bad one.
She wasn't happy to be there.
Yeah. The girl who came on next was dishing it out.
I know, she gave that guy so much meat.
Dirty, yeah.
Eh?
Dirty, yeah.
I think he works for his hotel. I think they're starting their shift. Good morning. Saturday morning, day before the race. Just doing an easy 20 minutes, shaking out the legs and getting a feel for what the heat and the wind will be like tomorrow. I mean, it'll be hotter than this, but just getting out in it, like last minute heat acclimation, I don't know, just moving the body. Feeling fine, and then I'm gonna grab my bike and just whiz it up this little path. I just saw a woman on a bike on the road, but I'm not doing that. I don't know the road's enough around it well enough around here, so I'm just gonna go on the pavement. But yeah, really excited for tomorrow. Right, we're done. 20 minutes, just nice and easy. Yeah, hot. Like, that's gonna be the theme of this vlog. Maybe take a shot for how many times I said it's hot, but it's fine. It's a challenge, a new challenge, and I love a challenge. So yeah, 20 minutes done. I am gonna go grab my bike now. Actually, just get that done now. Just cycle up and down the little pavement while it's not too busy anywhere. So go and get that done. But yeah, a chilled day and in the aircon like all day, because you don't want to get too hot today. Just as cool as possible, as minimal sweat as possible, and as much water and electrolytes as possible. This little guy. Right, we bought bowls and we bought cereal and we bought this gallon of almond milk. So yeah, carving up today, plenty of carbs. Starting with cereal. We've got Captain Crunch and we've got Reese's Puffs as well. Do a bit of a mix. Gaz is having his breakfast in bed.
Mine's here.
Captain Crunch is nice.
Yes, because I hadn't had a coffee. Laura didn't get me a coffee.
Gaz has had a lie-in. I've been up, been for a walk, had a coffee, been on a run,
It's
showered,
8 o'clock, it's
washed
8
my
a.m.
hair.
Just so everyone's aware, tell them it's 8 a.m.
Look at him, drinking a Celsius and eating his
This is such a good combo.
eating his cereal in bed.
Captain Crunch. Thank you.
Life of an athlete. Reveal. Here is
Nice.
Gaz's tri-suit. Oh, thank God.
Ironman.
Travelling with this guy doing a race is a hassle. Let me just... There you go. It's really cool, to be fair. Love the colour scheme. Love the pattern. The zoot suits are cool.
I am an Ironman.
And now I'm going to try on my tri-suit and make sure it still fits. But also make sure my swim skin fits, because I don't actually know if that fits.
Here we go. Nice. I need to get one.
This is going to be me in Kona.
Yeah, I'll need one for Kona. Come swimming with you at any point. So you'll notice Laura's got every contraption to try and beat me. Every contraption.
I feel like a pro in this. I feel like this is what the pros like. I've never worn a swim skin before. They also have, I don't know if you've seen, like, it must just be an American thing, but they said at the race briefing they've got people to help you. People who are wearing the wetsuits, there's people there to help you out of your wetsuits.
Yeah.
So you have to take it off to your legs, and then they say lie down, put your feet up, and they just rip it off.
Right, I'm ready. And my hat matches my suit.
It's as if we've ever done a triathlon before, trying on all our stuff to do before.
I'm going to wear my Ironman all-world athlete pin. But we're practicing calf sock. Get on. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. 1. Nice.
Right, go. We need to buy water bottles that we don't mind throwing off the bike, but
Yep.
then we also need bottles of water to have in transition.
Yeah. So we've just got a little list going, have we?
I feel like I need to go to Ultra and get some bobbles. So I need to fashion something with my hair.
Bobbles. Not goggles.
Are you going to get a swim skin?
Maybe. To put it on the list.
Should we put a question mark with that?
Yeah. Depending on price.
Oh, you need gels.
Gels.
And I need a Red Bull for the morning. Do you want a Red Bull?
Yeah.
×2. Need water bottles ×2. This like ×6.
Let's have a look at the list. You and your little list, hey? On the bagel, got to. I reckon.
A lot of cheese in there as well.
Probably the same. I think it's the same kind of thing.
What's in yours?
Chicken and bacon, some cheese.
Right, we're in the car, bikes are in the back, and we're just heading to go and rack the bikes, and then I'm meeting one of my athletes just to talk through the race. She said, can we talk through our race plan? And the race plan is literally...
Yeah,
right,
swim as hard as you can, you bike as hard as you can, you run your legs off you.
the race plan is going to be just keep cool. Good morning, it's race morning.
Can I get a pose?
Gaz is naked behind me. Good morning, it's race morning. And we're just lathering up in some cream. I think that's a bit most scared about my poor skin in this weather. But we'll see what we can do. I think there's a sun cream tent in transition, so it's sprayed by the sun cream volunteers. But anyway, exciting. Slept quite well. It took me a while to get to sleep last night, but we did go to bed at like 7:30, so it's probably why it took me a while. But yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be great. And then let's see what we can do. As I said before, we probably won't see much of us racing unless there's randomly someone we know there who gets a video of us. But yeah, there won't be much race footage, but we'll give an in-depth race review. Well, at least it's slightly less windy than yesterday. The trees are only moving a little bit.
These kids aren't going to college.
We're on a school bus going to the swim start. All our fellow athletes. It's like a mile down the river, so, and then it's a point-to-point swim.
I really don't like that.
We're at the swim start. This is probably the last time you'll see us. We're going to get our
By the way, in case we haven't mentioned it, it's pretty warm.
top. So, yeah, it's probably the last you'll see of us until the end. So, you'll hopefully see us all salty and crusty at the end.
Yeah, no,
Wish us luck. We're done. That was the hardest race I've ever done. Like, hands down, the heat, the wind more than the heat actually. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been hot, but oh my god, that was so hard. Currently sat in third in my age group. I think that is pretty like final now. I don't know if anyone else is going to come in, but you never know. So I'm just waiting for Gaz. He's at about mile 12 now, and then a few more of my athletes. But full race debrief tomorrow. But yeah, the theme of that was so hard. But oh my god, the American support, like they get behind him. All I kept saying to myself as well was, Kona's going to be harder. Kona is going to be harder. Anyway, good mental and physical prep for that. And hopefully, Gaz is on his way. We will lap in today as well because he's obviously got like such a bright suit that he bought. But everyone's got that suit, either that one or a Zoot one that's like a similar colour, like that bright fluorescent yellow at the top. So every time I see someone coming, I'm like, that's him, but it's not. Everyone out here has that suit, so I'm just waiting for to see how. Why do we do? Like, I was questioning why I do these things, probably the whole way around. But it's great. I feel good now. Go on, guys! Woo! How hard is it? Well done, I'll see you at the end. Almost there. Yes, guys! Woo!
From the Army Triathlon Association, Gary McNamara. Good job, Gary.
I'm so proud of you. Let me come round. We'll get a picture.
How many punch line cuts you finished?
Well done.
Well done.
That was the hardest race I've ever done.
I literally said exactly the same thing.
Oh my god.
But we did it.
Well done. Some nice lines. Like, embedded in.
Mine are worse because mine are just like calf socks. How are you feeling?
I feel alright now.
You don't look it. Well done.
Oh, thank you. Well, once I'd like pop, there's not a great day like to do. So like the last 3 hours was at like 120 heart rate because I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I literally was just like, I'm done.
We'll do a full race debrief later.
But I'm quite happy.
That you didn't quit.
What do they always say? It's alright if you go to win. I did 40k in one.
Did you?
I went to win.
And it was a struggle from them.
And then yeah, literally 65k in. See you.
I'm proud of him because
This girl smashed it.
I'm proud of him because the easy option would have been just to stop. We passed each other. I think I was at 10k and you were at 2.
You were down here and I was tapping you, yeah. So I seen you coming and I thought,
And yeah, he looked a bit rubbish at that time. I didn't want to say it to him, like, you look shit, keep going.
And you didn't have to tell me. I knew. I was like, but Laura looked like she was running, well, she looked like she was hot and overheating, but I also didn't want, I was like, yeah, I'm fine, I'll chat to you at the end. And I was like, I am not fine. But I just didn't want you to have it in your head, so I was like, we'll chat after. Let's go.
Keep going. Yeah, I was struggling at 10k. That's when my pace dropped. But anyway, we'll do a full race debrief tomorrow. Debrief.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go find some of my athletes on the course. Woo, Laura! You've done it! You've done it! Woo!
Fifth place, Tylen Ludwig from Madison. Tylen, 5:21:51. In fourth place, Maggie Bennett. Maggie from Naperville for 5:05:32. In third place, Laura Boxley. Laura doing 5:04:10. And the top two ladies in this age group are under 5 hours. Ashley Zaccaro, 4:59:01. And the winner went 4:37:16, Jennifer Hannigan from Belleville, Illinois. All right, ladies, 30:34, we got one spot. Jennifer Hannigan, Ashley Zaccaro, Laura Bugsley. Laura gets the one spot. Come on up here, Laura. 4 for male 30-34. Got a roll. Any other male?
Forced to go to my happy hour.
Male 30-34? That's tough.
All the money going, draining the bank account.
And we're done. We're on our way back. We've got McDonald's and we're gonna. Oh, did you just go to a red light then?
I think so.
Okay. Well, that's a police car coming to you now. Yeah, we're done. We've got McDonald's. That's gonna be our tea for tonight, and then we still got to pack up the bikes and everything. But we'll do a full race rebrief. Oh my god, I keep saying debrief in the morning. It's the next day, and we are driving back to Chicago. We're staying in Chicago tonight before we fly home tomorrow. And I thought, just while we're driving, I would do a quick race recap. Overall, amazing event. Local people of Rockford like really got behind it, from like the spectators to the volunteers. Like it just felt a really friendly event and really well received from everyone. I feel like sometimes some events maybe aren't received as well from the locals, but yeah, this one definitely was. We were both nervous about more so the conditions than the race itself. You know, I feel like this race actually there was less pressure on this race than there was, for example, Mallorca and Bolton, because there was no one that we knew there and we'd never done this race before. And then obviously when you get the conditions as they were, with like 30 km/h winds and like 35 degree heat, but I think apparently it felt like 37, 38. When you add those conditions in, I feel like again that takes away the pressure, because it's kind of like, well, we don't know how we're gonna respond to that heat. Neither of us have ever raced. Have you raced in that heat before?
32 in Copenhagen.
Start of the swim, obviously it was a wetsuit optional swim, so anyone wearing a wetsuit had to start right at the back. So we both decided that we were gonna just wear swim skin. It was a downriver swim, and there wasn't as much of a current as people had made out there was going to be. Someone at the start, I overheard them saying, if you think you're going to swim 30 minutes, you'll do 20 minutes. So when I overheard this, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to have to swim alive. He was absolutely lying, like that didn't happen at all. 29:10 according to my watch, 29:58 on the Ironman app, because the swim like start map was at the start of the pontoon, and then you had to queue up on the pontoon to jump into the water. So that added on like an extra minute, which I'm fuming about. I didn't really feel any benefit of the current. Yeah, it was just a pretty average swim. My first ever time swimming in a swim skin, and I could really feel the difference from not wearing a wetsuit. So it just goes to show how much you do rely on a wetsuit. Didn't feel like I was flowing through the water, but I think that would just come with practice. Got out of the swim. It was a very long run into transition. Well, 2,700 people registered for this race, and I think at the end of it only 1,690 finished. Onto the bike. So it was a rolling course, and I think that course is like the definition of rolling. It was literally like up or down. It was like this the whole way. Hard to really get into a rhythm because you were either climbing or you were descending. There was no real, there's a little bit of flat sort of halfway around, but it was literally like this. So the road surface out here, I feel like it's smoother, like the cement is smoother, but the road is like made up of like blocks of pavement. So every like 2 meters you hit like a dip in the road. So whenever you hit that with your wheel, you like boom, 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 literally the whole way. There was some really nice bits of road, but for the most part it was just like boom, 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 boom. That was uncomfortable. I found that every sort of like 3 or 4 bumps I was like moving forward on my saddle, then I had to shuffle back and then bump forward. Way out, we knew we were going to have a nice tailwind, so what I wanted to do was make the most of that way out. It was quite, as I said before, it was like 30 kilometers per hour wind when we started. I think that definitely went up towards the end, but we had a nice tailwind, so I wanted to make the most of that and have a really strong first half. I adjusted my power slightly. Again, I didn't want to overdo it because I don't know how my body will respond to the heat. I'm not acclimatized to the heat, so you never know how your body's going to respond. So I didn't want to go be trying to hit the power numbers that I'd be hitting like in Bolton out here when I've then got a 35-degree half marathon to do. Then you turn and you hit the headwind, and then from there it was hard. It was really, really hard, but again, what do you expect from a really windy headwind, really strong headwind? I kept reminding myself, and what Gaz had said to me beforehand was, this is just like the best prep for Kona. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better race to prep for Kona because of literally the heat and the wind, and that's what's to be expected in Kona. So that was a good thing, and I kept saying to myself, like, however hard you're finding it now, Kona's going to be harder. Every aid station I went past, and bottle over my head, changed my electrolytes, popped that into bike hydration. That was the main thing that I wanted to focus on. Obviously sweating a lot more and needed to replace the electrolytes far more than I would. Was relieved to finish the bike, although it was like 1.2k longer than 90k, and when you get into the end of a bike ride, as I'm sure anyone will know, at the end of those longer distances, when you get into the end of it, you're just like counting down every kilometre. When you get to 89, you kind of like, oh, I hope it's slightly short, and it's like 89.5, and the dismount line is just around the corner, and it wasn't. And then we got to this final climb when we got into Rockford. I was just like begging for it to be over. Got into transition. It was really always relieved to get into transition off the bike. But then again, just took my time in T2. I put a bit of sun cream on my face, which felt like I could feel it just dripping off straight away, so that was pretty useless. And yeah, I made sure to hydrate. I had 2 bottles of electrolytes in transition as well, so I just made sure to have as much of that as possible. Made sure I was just feeling comfortable. I literally walked out of transition like with my head down. I was like, oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this run. Literally, it just felt like the impossible task. Dealt with the clumps I was in and just got going. They were really good with the aid stations, so they were about one every mile, so there was about 6 on those two. It was a 2-loop course, about 6 aid stations on each lap. Each aid station was stocked with loads of ice and cold water and like wet towels, and there was a few of them with like big air conditioning fans. There was a few like air conditioned buses as well at some of the aid stations. I sort of told myself like it's okay to walk through the aid stations and just make sure you're taking on all the fuel and the hydration and like just cooling yourself down as much as possible, because I feel like the ones who were able to like manage their body temperature and were able to manage, weren't overheating, were the ones that were going to be successful in this race. It wasn't like, none of the times were particularly fast. I think I got the 3rd fastest run time in my age group, which with a 1:45 half marathon, like it's fine, but it's not. In other races, like in Bolton, that would have got me maybe like a top 20 in my age group. It wouldn't have got me like top 3. Every aid station I went through, I got a cup of ice, put it down my top, put it down my back, got some water, put it on my head, drank some water, drank some electrolytes, and then there was more ice and water at the end, so another cup over the head, and then ice in my hands. There was some parts of the run when we were going out down the river, when we had, the wind was behind us, there was just no breeze. It just felt like it was absolutely baking. And then on the way back, even though there was a bit of a headwind, it was a bit more shaded, and we were going through sort of like a well, it was just a row of houses, and all the people were out on the lawns like spraying us with hose pipes and had their sprinklers on, so that was nice. That was like a nice atmosphere down that road as well. And as I said before, like everyone really got behind it. It was weird as well because obviously we had no one out there that we like sort of supporting us, so we didn't know, I didn't know where I was in terms of like positioning or how many minutes I was behind, you know, the person in front of me or anything like that. So that was a bit strange, and I missed that a little bit. It's nice to know, you know, if you're only a minute behind someone, could you pick up the pace, could you try and catch them? So yeah, finished and then went and asked a random woman if I could use her phone to check my positioning and also to check where Gaz was. We actually did see each other on the course. I was about 10k about to go round to start my second loop, and Gaz was about 2k sort of coming onto sort of the long stretch out, and I could see him in the distance. I think he'd noticed me. I could see him in the distance, and I could just tell he wasn't feeling too great. He obviously, being him, was like, yeah, I'm fine, have a great race, go and smash it. So yeah, tracked him and then went to go find him on the course once I'd finished, which was nice. How did your race go, Gaz?
Not to plan. Swam well, and as always, tried to catch Laura on the bike, but bad idea in that heat. PB'd my first 40k, 1:02. Felt great.
How every good race
should start. And then I felt great until 65k. There's a aid station just before that, and I made a mistake. Laura lent me an Ironman water bottle, and I didn't throw it because I wanted to keep it. So I just got one extra bottle rather than having refilled both.
Bearing in mind the aid stations were 15 miles apart.
Yeah, they were miles away, so I struggled from there. It got to the point where I was even asking people like, how far's the aid station? And that's when you know you're struggling. A lot of lessons learned on the bike.
We say that every time though.
Yeah, not a lot of lessons. I do all, like, I've never been the best swimmer. I've always had to try to catch everyone on the bike, so it's always been a thing. And I think, even though I don't do triathlon now, I don't know why it's still in my head that I have to just get out on the bike and catch people. I do really love it.
It's like a pride thing, you love it, but you're on a road bike and everyone else on TT bikes. He wants to be like past everyone on the TT bikes with the disc wheels.
Yeah, that is
like
part of it. I think
the pride thing.
Basically creamed in it. There was like last hill at 83 kilometres.
It was awful, that hill.
And my bad hamstring cramped at that point, and it was excruciating pain, and it threw me off the bike. Luckily, it was on an uphill, so it wasn't like coming down or anything. But I had been cramping up for about 15k before, so I kind of preempted that it was coming at some point, and both my legs locked up. I had two policemen and a fireman for some reason. There's firemen everywhere in America now. Yeah. Two policemen and a fireman around me, calling in.
Sorry, that lorry is going at like 80 miles an hour.
Big old lorry going past. They called for emergency backup. I'd like crawled under a tree because I just needed some shade. Took my helmet off, and then they called for emergency backup, and then I realised like I've got all the stuff in my bag. Laura wouldn't know what was going on because we didn't have anyone there to support. I think it'd been different if, I don't know, I still would have finished, but I mean it would have been different if your mum and dad were there and they could be like, oh, Gaz is just over here, and you know where everything is.
Gaz is just at the hospital with his $10,000.
Yeah, and also it's American bills. I was like, I can't afford.
Yeah, I spoke to my mum this morning. She's going to give Gaz a talking to because I don't think he has travel insurance.
And then
no?
I don't know.
Tell my mum, have you got travel insurance?
Yes.
He's lying to you, Mum.
I basically rolled in. I got up, walked up the hill, put myself on the bike, and tried to roll back down. And that Laura was saying it was a bit long, 7k to roll back in somehow. And then I was like at 90k. I was like, where the fuck is this finish line? Went in, and I was like, even if I walk it, we're in America, I need to finish it. So I was like, I'll walk it. Went through the first 4 or 5 aid stations, and I was literally just 5, 6, 7 cups of electrolytes, 2 gels, like a load of water, ice, and it took me to the second lap to feel normal. Once I got to the second lap and my body had obviously replanned itself, I could run. It was a survival mission. There was a time on the bike I thought, I'm going to die out here, but we got the medal. That's the main thing.
We did get the medal. That is the main thing. My total time I think was 5:04. Rose said like on a cooler and calmer day it's going to be such a fast course. I actually managed to secure a world championship slot as well, which is cool. It was
smashed it.
I qualified in Mallorca, but we'd left and I'd sort of said anyway we didn't want to go to the awards, and I didn't want the roll down slot. Bolton, I sort of said I don't want to go to the World Championships, so didn't take the slot there. Yeah, they only were giving out one slot for my age group, so when we were at the awards and they were like, we've got one slot for 30 to 34, and they read out first place, they didn't want it, second place didn't want it, but when they said one slot, I was like, this is gonna be the decider. If they say one slot and first or second takes it, then like that's the decision made, but first and second didn't take it, so I took it. Going to Marbella in November, and then we'll stop travelling for the year. Thank you for watching this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm not sure where the next vlog will be. Maybe like a full week of training, because actually we're flying home and then I'm straight into Kona prep. Really, we've only got, I want to say like 10 weeks until Kona, which is terrifying. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Goodbye vlog.